All right, let's do my eyeshadow palette Declutter, and then I'll do my singles next. So some of these are going to one of my friends, Bunnyfy, on Instagram. These are all cruelty-free and vegan, and I like all of these. It's just I only want to keep what I'm actually going to use and not stuff that's going to collect dust. Also, anything that's been sent to me in PR, I am sending, again, to one of my friends, and he's paying for shipping. I'm not selling them because that is messed up. So anyway, and also going to, like I said, other friends and family. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do my Nomad palettes. I do have a code with Nomad, unaffiliated, so I don't make any commission or anything. It just shows that you're supporting me, my channel, my social media, all the things. And I'm very appreciative of, like I said, anything that was sent to me in PR. It's just, again, I don't want to keep anything that is going to collect dust. So my Nomad Oslo palette, I'm going to give, I don't really wear a lot of cool tones. It's like my fantasy self versus my real self. Also, I have also posted other colors if you want to see that. But I'm going to give this to my husband's aunt who wears a lot of eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm going to give her this. This is also really good. It's a good little travel palette. But again, I'm just not using it. As you can tell, it looks like it's basically brand new. That's my favorite shade of the palette. And it's based off of Norway. And then this is I am keeping the New Zealand Stargazing palette. I've hit pan on 2 shades. I love this. I don't wear a lot of blues, even though it's my favorite color, but this is staying. This is one of my favorite Nomad palettes, so that's staying. This is my oldest and my first Nomad palette. It's not my favorite, but it's like 4 years old, so I wouldn't feel comfortable giving this to somebody, right? I mean, it looks basically brand new. I did a video on this. It was my first Nomad video ever. That's when I worked from home. I wore a lot of colorful shades, but I don't know if I should declutter this or not, though. I feel bad. Maybe you know what? Let me know if it is okay to declutter. I think it's, well, okay to give away. I think I'm going to give this to my husband's aunt. Again, I think she would like this. She wears colors, okay? I'm not saying like neon colors, but she does wear some fun looks. This is the Nomad Chamonix Après Ski. This I'm keeping. I really like this. They're not as dark as they look. It's more of like a pastel palette, but this is also one of my favorites that was sent in PR. So that is staying. This I got for my 30th birthday 4 years ago. And it's one of the only colorful palettes that I'm keeping. I don't use this all the time, but if I need a bright, I have it. That is staying. And then this is the Paradise Islands palette. This is also well loved, as you can see. This was worn a lot when I was working from home as well. This is staying. My dog just dug her nail into that recently. And then this is also one of my favorites, the Nomad Speakeasy. This was sent in PR. I also really like this as well. Has some fun shades. Yeah, like Cat Sing, the Hudson Valley palette. I really like it. This is, I don't know what's my favorite packaging. I do like a lot of their packagings. I don't wear the red a lot, but even though I don't wear a lot of cool tones, I do like green cool tones. So this is staying. It's a nice fall palette. This is the Ireland palette. It's velvet. It does collect a lot of dust and stuff. This shade always falls out. But I think I'm going to declutter this. The greens look very similar, even though they're different tones. I just can't justify that, so that's going to go get decluttered. And then this was sent in PR, the Keys Beachy and Peachy. I really like this as well, but again, it doesn't get a lot of love. So that is going to go to somebody. No, I love these yellows, and I do like it. It's just, again, I don't use it. This is going to be sold. Either going to put this on Instagram, or I'm not doing Mercari because, Rob, I'm banned from Mercari, right?
Yes.
My information was stolen like 3 times, and they literally, they almost overdrafted this, right?
Yeah, we bought it before.
Yeah, anyway. So this is going to be sold. I've only used this, well, I used it 10 times because I used it for my project 10 uses and no pan left behind. But it's not my favorite Nomad palette because of the mattes. The shimmers are fine, but I wish that there were different mattes. But anyway, so that's going to be sold. I still have the outer packaging and all kind of stuff. So that's being decluttered. This is going to one of my friends. I love this textured packaging. I like this, but I don't wear tons of reds. I don't wear tons of blues. I do love the yellows, and these are really pretty shimmers. I like it a lot. Again, it just doesn't get a lot of use. So that's going to my friend, Bunnyfy. The Okavango Safari palette I also really like, even though a lot of people didn't like it because they're harder pressed, but they're still really good shimmers, and put a dent in that and a dent here. But I think she's gonna really like this Bunnyfy because it has some neutral but also some greens, so I think this is really nice for her. I do really like that, but that's going. This is going to her as well. The Polar Express. I was sent this in PR. Again, same thing with the cool tones. I think she'll like this. She's trying to grow her collection, but she also has an office job. This is going to go to Bunnyfy as well. And then I also love this packaging a lot. We're about to go on a Disney cruise. This is also really nice and pretty, but I wish there were more mattes. The shimmers are really nice. I love this shade and I love the pinks. But yeah, that's going to her as well. And then, so that's done. I'm done with my Nomads, so I can't believe that this is all I'm keeping, but you know what? It's got to be done. Then I have 2 palettes from Blend Bunny. Got this from one of my friends. I bought it from her. The All Done Up palette, which I wanted for years. I still really like it, even though they are pretty deep on me. They're not really mid-tones, but I love mustards. I love warm tones. I love the shimmers. So this is staying. I really like this. This I contemplated getting rid of, even though I don't know what is up with the magnet, but it doesn't really close anymore all the way. Of course, it is right now, but sometimes it opens on its own. You can see I like the purple. I hit pan on that one, I think this year. But I wish, I just like a more proportionate shimmer to matte ratio. These are not my favorite pastels. They used to be really careful with them. I wish there was a green. I know the new one, this is the older one, the Sugar Grungy original. But I'm going to keep this because I still really like it. And I think now that I'm decluttering a lot of palettes, I think I'll get more use out of this. And then this is going to be sold, even though not that Angie would ever watch this video. I like this a lot, even though it still does crease on me. I know she didn't want, really tried for the shimmers not to crease, but I'm just prone to creasing. Hooded lids and oily eyes. I really like this. I just don't reach for it. I don't know why. I just don't. So I do like her other palettes more. This was her first palette, the Galactic Visitor. It is really pretty. It's just, do I use it? No. And I don't want collecting dust. I like this a lot. The Nude Prism from Lunar Beauty, but these shimmers are so similar. I hit pan on the shade. I really like it. But again, am I using it? No. I think I got this in BoxyCharm, so I'm going to give this to, again, my husband's aunt. Palettes from Cosmic Brushes or whatever, Cosmic Beauty or Cosmic Brushes. I think they are Cosmic. What is it? Cosmic. They don't have the name on here? I guess they don't put the name. I don't know why the packaging wears off. Anyway, but this one's actually textured, so a little bit. But this is the Angelic palette. I really like this. This is staying. I like that it's not super big. That's what she said. This shade is pretty much like a nothing shade. It's almost like my skin tone. Not that I'm like orange or anything, but it's very light. But I do really like this. I like the shimmers. I like a smaller palette. And yeah, that's staying. And then I have a video on that. I think I have a video on this too. The Lovers palette, which I really like as well. Bigger palette, which I'm not really a fan of bigger palettes, but I do like this a lot. I like the mix. I like the midtones, that there's deeps, all the things that I like, and special shades. And yeah, this is staying. And then one of these was sent in PR. I do still have a code with Gormon Girls. I haven't gotten something from them in I don't know, a year-ish, and I don't get PR anymore. But this is the Ethereal palette, which I think I had another shade that broke. No, I didn't. I like this a lot, even though it's an all shimmer palette. And my daughter, I've said this 1,000 times, but a few years ago, dug into that. I have not hit pan on anything, but it's a special palette. I'm trying to think if I'm going to keep it or not. I do really like it, but do I use it a lot? No. So I'm trying to think. This is no longer sold. I'm trying to think again if... this is a maybe. We're going to put that in the maybe pile. Then this was my first palette I ever got that I bought from Gormon Girls. Oh my god. I think another shade I was crumbling. I don't know if it was my kids or what. I found that a long time ago. My daughter's my youngest is about to start theater class for singing, dancing, and acting. So some of this makeup I want to keep so that I can, I don't know. I'm going to be a stage mom, okay? I do really like this as well, but I know I need to clean this up before, if I even do think about giving this to somebody. This is 4 years old, and the other one I think they might both be 4. Or almost 4. That's too old or not. I don't go off of the expiration dates with eyeshadow palettes. This is also no longer available. I need to think about these because I don't use them a lot like I want to, because again, it's like these are more companion palettes, So I need to think about that. I do really like this, but do I think I'm going to hit pan on any other shades? Possibly High Energy, Gamma Ray, and I like this for liner too. So I think I'm going to keep those for now. And then I got this from my friend Millie, who has a YouTube channel. I really like this. I wish Troublemaker was in the US. I think you can buy it. It's just the shipping's a lot, but this is like a perfect neutral palette. And then this is the shimmer's actually really good for drugstore makeup. So yeah, that's staying for sure. And then this is the Rich palette from Beauty Bay. I also really like this too, even though it's a matte palette. It's a good matte palette. Like it has, you know, mids, deeps, and it's a perfect like warm tone palette, which I do really like. It's called Rich. And then this is Tiny Marbles from Sydney Grace. It is the collab with Mel Thompson, rest in peace. My daughters love this packaging, which I like too from her tattoos. This is also a really good palette. This is not my perfect color story, but I do really like it. I've hit pan, obviously. I think I wore this on my wedding day. And this is my oldest palette. I think it's 5 years old, but whatever. Okay. Staying. Like it also for blush. I haven't tried bronzer or anything, but like I think 3 or 4 of these shades for bronzer. And I've used this as a highlighter. I do really like this palette. This is staying. This is my only product that I have from Bella Beauty Bar. I got this also from one of my friends. The Basic Witch palette. I also really like. I don't have a lot of bright palettes anymore. I just need a few. And this, so pretty. I love this. And I wanted to try Bella Beauty Bar for the longest time, and it was a good deal. And yeah, I wanted this for a while. I got this. This is like 4 years old. I got this when I worked at Ulta on sale. The Garden of Juvia's. This is also a really pretty palette. I used to use these shades exclusively to set my eyeshadow primers, but I have contemplated getting rid of this, but I still really, really like it. And I wanted this for so long, so I'm going to keep it because it makes me happy. And yeah, I wish I had a mirror, but that probably would have upped the price. So let's go through this. And then I will be doing my single eyeshadow palette collection or palette, like the collection in Declutter before I go on vacation, because I'm going to be giving these again to some of my friends. And one of my friends is in Florida. We're going there before we port for our cruise. So let me count what I'm getting rid of and what I am keeping. I started filming for single, or I have everything set up for my single eyeshadows. I forgot about this palette. I still need to use, I think I still need to use some of the shades. I might be able to do it this week. If I can do it this week, it's gonna go to my friend, even though I've hit pan on this shade. But I thought she would like it, the brown shades. To my friend Michaela in Florida. If not, then I mean I'll just have to give it to her the next time I see her, because I thought she would like this. But I still need to eat for my deck of panning. I still need to do some PR too. So anyway, this is gonna go. If not, I still need to use the shades, but I think I can do it. I wanted to use each shade once or twice. I can't remember. Okay. But anyway, yeah, this is probably gonna get decluttered. So decluttering 11 and keeping 17. Not saying I have a small collection, but mom life with the shoe. But you know, and I'm also decluttering some of these palettes that I was sent by Ipsy. And also this palette I only used a couple times. I know it's the Melt Gemini palette, but I just don't use it, okay? Like it only has 2 shimmers in it, and I need more than that. And so I'm going to be giving that to my friend, the Wonder Trailblazer palette, which I haven't even opened because I already had one. It's okay. I'm not really, this brand kind of did me dirty. They wanted me to pay for shipping for PR. Weird. And then I already had this too, the Laura Geller. I don't even think they have this anymore. The Wildflower Wishes. And then also I'm giving her a Huda Beauty sample powder, whatever. It's actually really good. And then a Fantasy Cosmetica lipstick. I think they're discontinuing these in the shade Mystery. It's like a red. And then I only use this once or twice. I don't like it, but she likes it. The Jelly Grip eyeshadow primer. And then 2 of the, I don't think this is going to match her, but this might match her. The 2 of the Complexion Rescues from Bare Minerals. And then some singles too. We're going to do, that's going to be my next video, singles. So stay tuned for that. If you like declutters, if you like focusing on using what you have, cruelty free and vegan beauty, click subscribe, hype, and like. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.